Right. So hi, my name is Dawna and I've lived in Germany about a year, a little more than a year, and I moved here from the Washington, D.C. area. It was a bit of a surprise to end up in Germany because I thought I might be in California or maybe in Seattle, Washington in the U.S. But as it happens, this was a change of kind of life phase for my husband and I. And we had graduated all 5 of our kids from high school in the US. And we were ready to kind of move on to that next phase of life and knew we were going to do something different and exciting. And we wanted to move somewhere neither one of us had been before. And then it happened that my husband got his dream job in Düsseldorf, Germany. And so we decided to go for it. And I had always wanted to live in Europe ever since I was a little girl. I had wanted to live in Europe, and I had been in Germany several times. I'd worked in Germany, but never lived there. So we took this leap of faith, this adventure, and ended up here. So I live in Düsseldorf, which is in Western Germany. And one thing that I really love about Germany is they have a real sense of community here. And in the US, there's a lot of rugged individualism, but I think here in Germany, it's built into the culture that there's a very strong sense of community, people looking out for each other. And I find that to be refreshing, and I really like that. They actually close most of the stores on Sunday here, which was really hard to get used to from being in the DC area where everything's open like all the time. But I actually grew to really like it. It's kind of relaxing as long as you plan for it. So I thought that was really sweet. And I love the church bells when they ring, even though I don't really go to church. Don't tell my mother, but I don't really go to church. But I love the church bells. That's one thing I like about Germany. What I find that Germans like about Americans is their optimism, and they typically characterize Americans as being very cheery and very happy. So I guess I fit the stereotype in that way, but they like that, and they love American entertainment, and can't get enough of American entertainment, music, YouTube, videos, movies, everything. Love American entertainment. So I guess my favorite book, I was asked for my favorite book. Well, I love Brene Brown, and as a yoga teacher, I actually was inspired by a lot of her work. She wrote a book called Daring Greatly, and Daring Greatly was very inspiring to me in this transition that I told you about in my life, and kind of how I wanted the next phase of my life to be as I moved into my 50s. And so Daring Greatly has been just a fantastic and very inspirational book. I recommend it to everybody. Brene Brown is Texan, so she's definitely an American, although I think the book applies to everyone, Daring Greatly. I think I gave you kind of a good flavor of how I ended up in Germany and what's going on here. And we really love living here in Düsseldorf. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Tschüss.